In today's video, I'll show you the square foot gardening we've got going at the house. See here behind me. Just a quick video today showing the square foot gardening experiment we've got going on at the house. I tried this just to try and get some things grown at home, just to help the kids get involved with growing vegetables, and also just giving us a few sort of crops that, sort of salad things that you don't necessarily want to devote tons of space to at the allotment, but just be able to nip out the back of the garden and get, a few things harvested. Started off quite quick, nice warm beds. So I'll show you what we've got planted up and the system, and we find it interesting. Got some planters here. There's another I've got just freshly sown, and the plants are just germinating, to show you how to get the right spacing set out. So don't watch the video today. We'll watch the square foot garden experiment back at the house. Got some spring onions. I had a bit of a failure there. Can't remember what was in that. That might have been carrots, but not coming through. So we've got for some pak choi. And then we've got more pak choi in here, which is just hiding in between the romping radish. They're massive. I cannot believe just how big they've got that quick. That is amazing. So we've been chomping on these. We've harvested them. We've had them for salad. Then we've got garlic, again interplanted with more radish. Again, just so big. These are filled with wood chip, up to about 4/5, and then topped off with some Levington John Ennis seed mix. That was that. That's great. That's done really well. The weeding is literally minimal. It's just pricking out just the odd offending weed. And again, here we've got another one of these containers, square foot container gardening again. We've got fennel, spinach, some lettuce, and I think we've got some carrots. They've really germinated a lot better than they did when we did the first sowing. Really happy with this. It's a great method, really quick, but really quick results, really great harvests. And the advantage of this is that it can be moved on the decking if you're not entirely happy with the siting. Yeah, and the early sowing of lettuce, which is so good in these troughs. You see there, these troughs interplanted with some of the spare onion offsets, which we've been nipping the tops off like spring onion. And then again, some spring onions sown down there. Again, interplanted with radish. These are a bit slower. I'm quite surprised how they're really small compared to the interplanted ones there, but they were sown later, so they're probably caught up. These are probably slowed slightly by the temperatures. Finally, the rescue from the plot was the Uncle Bert's purple kale. So we're letting this go to seed here. Hopefully get some seed off the flowers. We'll keep those for next year. Yeah, that's the square foot gardening at the house. Just a little bit of extra salad in troughs, and then next month's square foot gardening coming through nicely too. Hoping we get something good out of these. It's quite nice, quick. Kids can get involved at the house, don't have to drag them down to the allotment, and it's great fun. So yeah, square foot gardening. Don't think I'd work it on a 75 square metre allotment plot, but certainly for these planters it's great stuff. So there are loads of videos online obviously showing how to do square foot gardening, but broadly speaking the system is devoted on sort of a 1 foot, so 12 inch by 12 inch square. And these fabric containers, I'll put a link in the description to where I got these from on Amazon. So if you are interested in these, they're really good. They're sort of foldable, collapsible. Put them away for winter if you're not going to do any overwintered crops. But the idea is, obviously, you'll get certain vegetable types will have certain spacing. So this one's spinach, and I've multi-sown 9 stations here. With a failure there in the middle. What I do tend to do is, if I get more in one spot than another, I do transplant just in the vain hope of getting things spread out. The idea being that these will grow in that best clump. Obviously, very hungry crops have lower numbers. So carrots, I think we've got 16 stations there. Carrots compared to 9 for the spinach there. For example, here I think we've got some Florence fennel. Started off just germinated there, and again that's gone for 4. Bigger plants would be 1, for example. So like a big, like a coloured green cabbage or something like that, where you get 1 in 1 square foot. Necessarily just have planters, the fabric planters, and think about everything being only in a square foot fashion. These mini planters are brilliant. About this, I'd probably say about a foot square. They're about what? 3 by 18 inches maybe, so it comes out probably about a foot. Sorry, 6 by say 18 inches, so it comes about a square foot. Look at these, this salad crop's amazing. We've interplanted with some onion sets just to try and get them as sort of spring onion leaves, and they're really good. The amount of salad I've had, this has been cutting and cut, and it's just come back every single time. So you can have these set up, and it's another way of looking at square foot gardening rather than sort of individual planters of 1 square foot. Other than that, the heritage heritage kale that we took back from the plot, again, roughly about about the size of a square foot. Big, individual plants that size, keep them as specimens, and they're great. Individual weedings are doddle because you only get tiny little weedings in. Keep on top of them, give them a bit of a feed with some chicken pellets. Just another way of looking at the square foot gardening. But yeah, really happy with these so far. We've got more radish than we know what to do with. So pulling these when they get to a good size and leaving the multi-sown sort of station sowings to grow on. They're looking great. The pak choi's coming through. Spring onions should hopefully give us a decent harvest. But yeah, the square foot experiment, a bit of a little mini success. Just goes to show, really, even just on a small bit of space on the decking, see what you can do. And great fun. I hope you've liked today's quick video just on a bit of square foot gardening. I don't think I can hold this camera position for much longer, but thanks for seeing the square foot gardening as we've progressed. You can see some of the harvest you can get. If you liked it, remember to give it a thumbs up, and we'll show you a bit more progress on the square foot as we change the crops throughout the year. So thanks for watching, see you later, bye.